everyone.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Greetings, salutations, and hello.
Hello.
So good to see you. Hello.
Yeah, good to see you. Wait,
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean, wait?
because see, I can't see you. Am I supposed to see you?
What do you mean, see, what
Vi-
do you...
Visual.
But it's good to see you. Like we can't see you.
Are you doing like a...
I can only hear you.
Is this a dad joke? Are you doing a dad... Is this
Good to see
2020?
you.
Yes, 2023 Lobos is dad
Good to
jokes.
see your name light up.
Yeah, my name's... I'm lighting up a little bit, right? No, hold on. No, I'm good. Like, you say that, I know you're...
really lights me up.
You're doing a joke, but I'm going, is something wrong? Is something technically wrong with the show right now?
I can't hear Brett. Can anybody hear Brett?
Shut up! We're doing this again! We're not doing this
Wow.
again. Look, I screamed into the mic one time, and you'll never let me forget it by all this gaslighting. How come every
Why are you laughing?
How come every party
I
that
was
I
playing with some
DM...
wild stuff, that's all.
Oh.
You're doing what? What are you doing with Graham? What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
I want to hear the rest of that sentence.
But I don't.
Does he not come back yet?
Well, one of two things are gonna happen. I'm gonna just DM myself and then pretend that you guys could hear me, or you're gonna drop the bit. Okay, so
No, I,
Yeah, I had a
it on my
thought.
foot.
I had a thought when Lobos was like, but we can't see you, like, cause there's no cameras on stream. Like some people
Right.
stream D&D with all the people's faces, but what if we had our cameras going on Discord just for ourselves, and we could have all sorts of inside jokes that chat would never see.
I'd be down. I'd be down with that at some
I'm
point.
gonna be real honest, I'm a hot mess.
Yeah.
And then tier 3 subs.
Same dude.
Maybe.
And if you're a
Fine
tier 3
gaming.
sub, yeah, you can go and check it out. Oh my god.
Exclusive access.
I'm a hot mess, but then again, I'm always a hot mess. So really, that's just my default state. Although I do have some jeans on, and I'm wearing some shoes to keep myself awake and in a professional stance. Yeah.
What the fuck? What the fuck did you just say? What the fuck?
It keeps me energized and makes me feel like I'm working. Yeah, I know. I know.
That is too adulty. Like that's just too much.
Okay.
Too
As
much.
long as
I don't
your
know. I don't know who you
shoes-
are anymore.
As long as your shoes are confined to your
Wait,
office,
you're wearing
my European
shoes?
heart
He's
can
wearing shoes
forgive you.
and jeans.
I'm wearing shoes and jeans. Yeah.
At your
Yeah,
standing
shoes and
desk?
doors
At
is
my
Like, what
standing
the
desk. Yeah.
Oh wow, they're gone.
Do you have a manager? Is somebody like, standing over you?
So I've been reviewing your character sheet. I've been reviewing your character sheet. Guys, my
I bet
back.
you're the kind of person that uses like the big light in bedrooms too, huh? And in rooms.
Oh God, no! What? The big light?
The
Are you
big
talking-
light?
Yeah.
The big light.
The not comfortable one. I know you're. Here's the fucked up part. I know what you're talking about, where things are
Hate
just.
the big light.
Yeah, I hate the big light too. Lamps only. Stop moving. So. All right, since you're so peppy,
Ooh.
Naomi, why don't you go ahead and give us a little recap?
Time for the
Hey
popcorn.
guys.
Hey.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm kidding. All right. Well, it's been a while. Yeah. Wow. Our adventures have been in a coma. Not really. So the last time we played, we had just cleared out the prison, and by cleared out, I mean that they all teleported away while
And
we
I'm
were
here.
sleeping. So really, we let them get away. Oh, Happy New Year, by the way, everybody. Yeah, it hasn't been like 3 weeks since then, by the way.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Yes.
Anyway, so we went back up to town. We were like, hey, we totally, they got away. But anyway, we're gonna help you guys set up a stronghold here. And everybody was like, oh, we were about to leave. And we were like, well, don't do that, you idiots. We're gonna help you out. All right, we're gonna help. We're gonna teach you how to fish. We're gonna help you build buildings. We're gonna bring people here. So Vazika went off back to town, and she totally didn't eat anything weird on day 1, but then she did eat something weird on day 2, so she broke her promise, unfortunately.
What did she eat? What did she eat?
I don't remember. She like licked something, either a cave mushroom or
Damn.
like Something in the
Ham.
cave was
Damn. I
consumed.
said damn, not ham.
Okay.
Does anybody remember what
Good old cave ham.
we never covered that in the
Raw
last
ham.
session?
I don't
So,
no, I would have. Some people are saying
Bait roll.
some people are saying you drank pond water.
It was like we rolled, and you rolled whether or not there would be anything interesting for her to eat, and then you rolled that there would be on day 2.
Oh.
I don't remember what it was though.
Well,
But anyway,
everyone keeps screaming pond water, and I don't know if that's. He keeps saying cave water, so maybe you sipped some parasitical cave
With
water.
a ham in it.
I
Oh,
believe, with
yeah.
a ham in it.
Yum.
I'm gonna feel really bad for those hopping between session 10 and 11. I believe this is session 11. Who's ever on the YouTube playlist, and they're just like, how the fuck can these guys not remember a thing from week to week? It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since we've done this. Oh no, I think it's been
a while.
I think it's been 4
It's been
weeks.
more.
Actually.
I'm sorry, it's been a whole year.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been
been
a
4
whole
weeks.
year.
True. Yeah,
All
I think-
right.
Yes. Anyways, yeah. Continue.
Anyway, yeah. So, while she was going all the way over there, Gareth and Elwyn went to go fish together. It turns out that everybody already knows how to fish, so we didn't have to teach them shit. But Gareth and Elwyn had like a date, like something like that, where she taught him how to noodle, and then he caught a magical lunker that like sang to him and was like, "Oh, let me go." Well, it didn't actually say. I don't remember if it sang or not. Sorry, this
sing.
recap is really lackluster.
It did.
But it was really beautiful and majestic, and then it was like, "Let me go," but not like that. And he did let it go, and he got a boon, some kind of cool necklace or whatever. Maybe it wasn't a necklace. I don't really remember. He got something cool. Anyway, Vanya surveyed the area and took a lay of the land and all that good stuff, and called Marius in to help. He came and helped. They did some stuff, and then Marius and Cheats finally had their serious conversations, or at least they started having that conversation. It was really emotional. And Cheats was like, "How could you do the ring thing without telling me?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then it turns out that Marius is working on a non-harmful
Who are these
version
people? Who are these people that you're impersonating?
What do you mean?
The character.
I like how it was very emotional, and then
Hey, Joe Cat, thanks for the raid, man. I hope
Yo,
you're doing
what's up,
well.
Joe Cat? And then it turns out Marius is working on a non-harmful version of Cheat's drug. So that's pretty cool. And then when Vazika got to town, she told Cheadle that, hey, we accidentally let a peacekeeper go west, and he might be going to kill Mr. Mikhail LeBron James, or he might be coming to town. Who knows? And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, by the way, we need to get supplies and materials to these people over here. And he was like, okay. And so we got 2,000 credits worth of stone and wood that are coming back with Vazika to these people to help us build things.
Epic.
And that's it.
All right. I love it. I absolutely love it. Pug. So, sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. So Cheadle's gonna come up.
it's
back
French.
up.
I liked it.
Pug.
Pug.
Pug. Sorry. I hear you
Pug in the
laughing.
mood.
Pug.
I'm a pug in the mood.
Le Pug. Okay, this is it. This is
The
what ends. This is what ends my career right here. This is what gets posted on live stream fails.
It's so funny.
Le Pug.
We want to pog, but you don't want it to be like too excited or anything.
I
You know,
feel
want
so-
to be classy.
I feel
Le
so
Pug.
bad for Joe Cat's audience who just arrived, and we're doing this recap, and it's like Le Pug. I want to normalize Pug, but very civilized. I really want. Yeah.
Normalize the pug.
Yeah. I'm a pug in the mood. Did you, Momo? Did you just draw this? Did you just draw this?
I'm a pug in the mood.
Hold on. Can I show chat this? Can I show chat this? I really want to.
Cute.
Okay, here we go.
Do
I
it.
don't care.
Pug. Pug in the mood.
In the mood.
Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. pig.
A pig.
A pig.
Oh, the ass.
Oh.
I just noticed. Yeah.
It's shiny.
It's nice and clean. Oh my god. I really hope like I get like that's my first suspension as well as that animated butt with le pig.
It's okay. You can't have the butt.
You can. That's a badge of honor, honestly, if that happens.
What?
You
Get
know?
suspended for butt?
For this? Yeah.
Oh, I would love it.
For
Oh, I
this,
would
yes.
love it.
Look, if I can play Cyberpunk giggling about the weenie flopping around, you can play. You can solve that.
Look, I want it so bad. Just suspend me for a week just because I showed a little pig in a bit. You know?
God, if you want a vacation, just take one, Brett.
I took one for 4 weeks. I'm ready to go.
Sometimes that's not enough.
It's never enough.
pig.
So I gotta get back into this. I gotta get in this. We got a hard deadline. We gotta wrap this campaign up by the end of February. We gotta do this. All right.
Oh,
So-
now I'm sad.
Hold on. Excuse me. I don't believe Pig and Maid would appreciate such a.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
is that when the finale of this current iteration is, or are your plans for that time a secret?
Where we would need to wrap up by then.
Yeah. Is it for a specific reason, or just because this game has been going for too long?
My sanity.
He's sick of us.
No.
A lot of us.
I planned for every group does this. I planned for 10 sessions. We're at session 11 right now. We are going overtime. Every group does. Every group does. It's fine. It's all good. So I'm giving you guys like 15 sessions instead of the 10 we talked about. It's okay. And then we'll maybe have a season 2. We'll see what happens if you live that long. Anyway, so Cheadle just walked out. And you'll actually notice as Cheadle walks out, gosh, how would we actually transfer this? Okay. You will see a what I can only describe as sort of like this hovering flat cart with some shard tech underneath.
Ooh.
It's very low power, but you'll see stacks of wood and stone along with some materials, and you actually see a few masoners as well as carpenters who are also stacked upon there. You will also see a couple of crates. What are you laughing at?
Wait, the people, like the masoners and carpenters, are stacked like they're laying flat, and they're all like stacked like.
Oh yeah,
logs.
like a pyramid, like a pyramid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shirtless and flexing and holding everybody up.
Planking.
These are.
Thank you.
Yeah, one of them is T-posing. Just place them anyway, whatever you want to do. So you'll see this floating cart. You'll see a couple of the masoners. What's the profession?
Masonry men.
Masons.
I don't know.
Masons. Okay, masons. Am I adding too many letters? That's what I figured.
Taylorer.
Yeah, Taylor.
Masonizers.
Masonizer. Masonatums.
Masonator.
Yeah, masonators. So you see a few masonators.
Ma-
You see a couple of carpentarians sitting there.
Nice.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die tonight. That's
This
how I
is-
go. Oh my god.
And yeah, so you'll see that floating cart coming in. You'll also notice a couple of crates. You are uncertain what's in the crates because you see the wood, and you see the stone, and you see all the various tools, and a few, I'd say about 4 crates.
Hey, what's in the crates? What's in the crates?
Sorry, I want to be a shit, and I'm trying to get out of this boat. Don't worry about it. No, she'll
accept it.
An ambush. That's one way to solve a problem. No, that's none of that happened. So, but you do.
What do you mean? I'm not a problem.
You
The
do
peacekeeper's a problem.
We're working on it. So you noticed you mentioned the crates. He goes, well, yeah. Fortunately, because we've taken possession of the Kin Hollow farm, we do have an extra surplus of food. Figure, put in a good word and just saw if we could, get these people fed. We can't bring them inside the walls of Colkirk, of course, but I'm hoping we can keep them fed as well. There's also some germinated seeds, allow for some quick-growing wheat. Perhaps they can establish a little settlement out there. And then maybe once we figure out what this peacekeeper business is all about, we could probably send a couple of the militia up there, make sure they're handling themselves. But they're gonna need training. They're gonna need to be able to defend themselves out here in these wastelands. I know it's our job to protect these people, but I'm gonna be real honest with you. And she kind of leans over to you, Vazika, and it's like, resources are stretched thin, especially with the talk of a peacekeeper walking around.
Yeah, that makes sense. But, I mean, with all due respect, they have been surviving up there without the help of the town either way. Granted, they were being fed by the warden, but I think as far as everything else goes, he mostly just, you know, sat in the prison, so anything above ground, they handled.
That's also something I'm kind of concerned about, you know.
Yeah, they did sacrifice their people so they could eat, but they went willingly. I think.
Not necessarily that. I mean, that, of course, is a tragedy, but they were under the influence of an entity of shadow. Have they been compromised at all?
Oh. Well, it didn't look like it. It kind of just seemed like they had so willingly agreed to hand their people over to the life force of the warden, or however that worked, that, you know, they didn't have to be coerced or hypnotized.
Well, you said they were very willing, right? But what do you mean by that? Like they didn't have a choice, or were they coerced?
Well, there's not much in the way of, you know, food growing on the land there, and they couldn't get any help from Colkirk, so they kind of had no choice to feed themselves. It was either they starved to death, or they, you know, sacrifice a few of their own every month or so, and
So essentially, these. Look, what I'm asking, Vazika, are these guys cultists?
Oh.
Have they aligned themselves with the shadow? You don't know.
We didn't ask.
You didn't ask.
It didn't look like it.
You didn't do any investigation. We're literally giving resources to these people. Okay, calm down. Calm down, Sheila. Calm down. Sorry, see, watch, he's just breathing himself. His green face now flushed as he just turns back over to you. Vazika, before we hand our resources over to these people, we need to know whose side they're on. They don't have to be on the hunter side, but they can't be on the side of Shadow.
Well, they were very upset about the fact that their people were, you know, being eaten, and then when we said that we could kill the warden and clear him out, they were pretty happy about it. The only thing that they were worried about was how they were going to get fed.
Okay, that's... Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, all right. So, well, I suppose the question is, can we trust these people?
Well, we haven't known them for very long, but I think so. They seemed like they had a fire within to survive and, you know, take care of themselves and their own.
Give me a persuasion check.
You got this.
Cheadle will quietly think to himself for a moment before looking over to his smithy, his forge room. Do you think these people will do well if we gave them a few armaments?
Probably. At the very least, we could teach them the basics, but I'm sure they have at least a few people that know, you know, how to handle themselves up there.
Okay. So, here's what we're going to go ahead and do for these people. We're going to go ahead and give some of the common armaments. They have been, let's just say, gently used. They're not weapons and armor we would normally give to our hunters out in the field. However, they are still capable, even if a little blunted, when it comes to the swords. And yeah, there's a couple of cracks in the armor and the shield a little bit. That should be all right. I'm gonna talk to them.
I'm sure it'll help them with the regular roaming restless that wander to and fro up north.
Yeah. Hey, how is that issue, by the way? Is there a lot of restless, a little restless?
like medium, I guess. We did run into them quite often, but they weren't in huge groups, and they were easy to dispatch of.
Right. Okay. I'll talk to the Master of Arms, see if we can, see if we can figure something out. Maybe get one of our sergeants over there. Maybe one of our trained hunters. And
there also was this massive, hulking, blubberous creature that seemed to be an amalgamation of many restless in the Colbier ruins, or underneath them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It was terrifying. We killed it.
We've done the best that we can to clear out those ruins of restless on occasion. Would you say Colbier was overrun with the restless?
No, not overrun. When we got there, there were a couple of them, and then after we killed that giant, massive thing, there were a few more that wandered over, and we killed them too.
Okay.
In groups of, 5 to 8, probably.
Honestly, this all sounds pretty normal here on Southern Gate Breach. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Zika, go ahead and send this to the people. You help them out where they can. Maybe even influence a little bit what we could do with that settlement. I mean, you and your people are going to be the only ones that know what's going to be best for our fellow hunters over there. But this could be...
I think Gareth is showing some of them how to handle rods. Fishing rods.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. I didn't know where you were going with that. Hey, I didn't know where you were going with that, but that's good. That's good. It's people that can feed themselves, you give a man a fish, he complains about it. You teach a man to fish, he argues about it more, but will eventually fish when he's starving. I think that is the saying. We won't really go too much into that. All right. So that's the deal. Listen, Vizika, I don't mean to come across as cold, and I know that you are simply a hunter's apprentice.
Oh, no, you're not coming across as cold at all.
Well, I'm about to, so just brace yourself here. I understand that this stronghold could be good for these people. Give them foundation, some protection, a place to eat, to live, to exist out here in this world. But this could be an opportunity for the Sentinels.
Oh, that's actually exactly what we kind of told them, that it could be a stronghold for the Sentinels that they would just be kind of working at, and then there would be, a steady trickle of hunters that would be using that location and potentially, bringing news, maybe sometimes supplies, but most often just making sure that it's manned and having a nice headquarters for us that's not just in Colkirk.
Well, we've got a few squads of shadow hunters over to the south in Empire's Reach. Just clearing out some stuff. There's some nasty things down there. But we're gonna go ahead and clear that out. I'm gonna be real though. We don't have much out there in the ruined gardens. We sent Miguel out there along with his group of hunters, but well, we haven't heard anything back. He was supposed to report a little while ago, so we're uncertain of his fate.
The Peacekeeper only started heading west from the prison about 3 days ago.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. This Peacekeeper business, that's not good. From my understanding, there may be 1, perhaps 2, in all of Asmodia. And if that Peacekeeper is actually wandering around here to the Southern Gate Bridge, it's all hands on deck, I'm afraid. We gotta make sure that we keep everything fortified. It was very important that you let me know this, so that Colkirk could be ready if the Peacekeeper arrived at our doorstep. So thank you, Vizika, for giving us this news, and thank the gods alive that you and your team was able to survive such a deadly encounter.
Yeah, we didn't try fighting him.
That's smart. You don't wanna. You are a hunter's apprentice. There's a lot we're gonna teach you, and you have potential. I'm gonna be real with you on that.
Oh, thank you.
But if you encounter the Peacekeeper, run away. Don't attempt to fight that thing. You will die.
Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you is this. You and your team are right now the only influence we have in the north of Colkirk, over in the ruined gardens. So you're going to know what's going to be best for us and some things that we can go ahead and build and establish. what kind of stronghold you want to build, what kind of resources and tools that we can build out there. There's a lot that you can do. Essentially, you have the ability now to be the master of arms there in the north.
Well, that's incredible. The king in the north. Wow. Looking forward to it. Well, anyway, if we don't come back because we still have to go east and, you know, kill the gatekeeper and everything like that, we'll make sure to get those people set up. So if you don't hear from us, you know, in a month or two, you know, just maybe send a few more people up there and, you know, finish establishing that line of communication and everything.
Yeah, we will. I already spoke with Johan. You know, we thought you had been more farther along over at the gates breach, but
Yeah, sorry.
Understanding, no, this is important. Understanding the circumstances, we've moved the table forward a little bit. So you do what you need to do. But once you establish the starts and foundation of a stronghold over there to the north of those jail ruins, you need to press on. We're gonna need, especially if there's a peacekeeper somewhere here in Southern Gate Breach, we're gonna need all the hunters we can, and that means getting you to a full rank of hunter.
No, I mean, you could just give us that rank now, you know, and
Such a kidder. Anyways, you should be off.
Okay. She's been grinning up at him with like her mouth half open and her little fangs showing this entire conversation, just like deadpan grinning at him. All right, thanks, mister.
Yeah.
Good seeing you again. Good luck. Please don't die to that, you know, monster thing.
Hey, likewise. And then he backs up into his forge and slams the door shut.
Hey, don't forget to give me those weapons before I go.
Yeah,
the weapon, the armaments for the people.
He opens the door. You'll see a smaller cart kind of float its way over.
And he goes, oh, that reminds me, once you get everything out there is a return function over here. Make sure that you activate that return function so we can bring this here. Anything.
Wait, where is it? Sorry, what's the return function?
Well, get over here. You see this color over, and he starts pointing at a bunch of contraptions, buttons, and levers.
She sniffs at it. This one?
He smacks your nose.
Stop that! Don't sniff at that. No, this one over here.
And then he points at another thing and then says,
it's very important that you go ahead and make sure that you adjust this over here so that these carts return. They're running on shard power, and that is an extremely rare commodity here in Asmodia. We don't get to charge it up very, very frequently. But it seems pretty vital. Get some stuff over there so you're not taking extra time doing what you need to do. So unpack, do what I told you, and then get everything returned back. Okay?
Unpack, send it back. Okay, but what if like a restless encounters it and eats it? Or stops it on the way? I don't know.
The cart? No, it's got its own protective functions. We're not going to worry about any restless.
Cool.
But also, if it doesn't return, we will assume the worst. And that'll be good for like a little, you know, a little beacon, a little decoy. We're going to come after it one way or another, but just, you know, this is going to help us out a lot.
Sounds good.
All right, well.
Okay, you can slam the door again now. Bye.
all right, so Zika, you're going to go ahead and return. You're going to see this one big side cart stacked with stone and wood and a variety of rations.
And men.
And men, that's right, T-posing men. And you will see a smaller cart with a couple of basic armaments. You can immediately tell that these weapons and armor have been more than gently used, but can perhaps be beneficial in a bit of a scrap. So
Excellent.
you will spend the next day returning back to the jail's ruins. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. No.
What about the mysterious thing she eats along the way? Is it just gross water?
I'm pretty sure we're gonna go with cave water. Did we roll for that, or were we just gonna check later on?
I don't remember what happened.
Let's roll for it. Let's roll.
There was something, she encountered something interesting that she would eat, is what it was.
Well, Vazika, you find nothing of the sort. No weird fungus, no anything of that sort. And then, yeah, you march on ahead.
Cool.
Cool.
That's fine.
All right. It's been a few days' time. Gareth and Elwyn, you guys would have returned a while back. Vanya, Cheats, and Marius. Marius, would you have placed your helmet back on, or are you still giving everyone your beautiful visage?
To sort of earn and to sort of assuage the fears of the people here, he would sort of leave the helmet off to sort of make himself more personable while he's working around and sort of either repairing broken infrastructure or sort of starting on projects.
Okay. Do me a favor. Not that one. That one's a little much. I'll just go back to Journey to Cool Bear. Okay, so, go ahead and give me just a general charisma check. So, one second, I'm checking something. Okay. So you've been around. You don't come across as threatening. You come across as someone who is trying to do the best they can, clear out a lot of the wreckage, a lot of the ruined buildings, preparing for some options and some building options here and there. But you haven't really made an impression of these people. I mean, they're thankful, sure, but other than that, they're just along for the ride, as you are currently. But you have been friendly enough with these individuals. So Marius, you've been kind of in a full work mode. Is that correct?
Indeed. Sort of no real leisurely moments. It's been either getting help to start removing rubble and start clearing paths, or just doing it himself. Like the sight of him just carrying armful of rubble to then toss outside and then go back down into the jail.
Oh, wow. Cheats, what have you been doing these past couple of days?
Probably setting up for like artisan work if people came here to do that.
Okay. Just get everything prepped to go for all the artisans that might be heading their way over. Okie. Anya, what have you been doing these past couple of days?
Vanya is probably just doing whatever needs to be done in terms of, little things here and there. She's not a big into construction per se, but she is strong and agile, so she can, help Marius with whatever needs done. Yeah.
Okay. And then Gareth, you've arrived a couple of days back from your fishing trek. Would you be helping out, clearing out the prison ruins as well?
Yes, side by side with Marius with whatever needs doing, and if there was any smithing being set up, he would assist with that as well.
Okay, just getting everything that you need together. There isn't much that you guys can set up currently without the resources that Vizika is attempting to get for you guys, but a lot of just clearing the way, exploring through the prison ruins to make sure that you can set up for all these various projects that you can go ahead and get done. And with that, after a couple of days' time of Vizika being out, you will see floating carts, the wood, the stone, and yes, even the T-posing men, ready to help and build this area. My friends, it is time to build ourselves a stronghold. All right, so you're gonna watch as the carts start floating over to this cleared out land. I mean, you have cleared out corpses, bodies, ruins and rubble that has been scattered all across the surface as well as within. And you feel that you would be capable to get the materials done. As everything starts coming in over here, you'll kind of hear a low murmured cheer from the various vagrants that have been scattered across the jail ruins. And yeah, you'll just kind of watch as they all start motioning over to the cart, and you all will also see Vizika, someone that you haven't seen in a few days' time.
Hello, I brought men. Bazika.
What?
Ah!
And you're just gonna watch as the masons and the carpenters will get off and start unloading the carts. You'll even watch as Werfin will sort of like walk over here, motioning over to his brother Doc to come on over and help getting everything loaded off. And then suddenly you see this individual who sort of steps out, kind of well dressed, with a quill and a piece of parchment. He'll walk up. Everyone roll a d20.
Whoops.
You rolled a
Yeah.
D20.
I did it. Yeah, there you go.
That's better.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. First roll of the year. Very fucking nice.
Great.
Very good. Very good. Say actually, yeah, we'll say Vizika. The well-dressed individual will turn over to Vizika and say, so you're in charge of this operation, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, then. We need to go ahead and figure out what to build. And so...
I know everything about building things.
I love how you're just like, oh, absolutely.
Oh no.
Of course. Give me 1 second.
This is gonna be a pretty weak stronghold, huh? It's gonna be.
What are you saying?
Wow. There's gonna be lots of.
Did
good
I say
food.
that out loud?
Oh, here we go. This individual. I'll drag this token out over here. Yes, this man sort of like hops off the cart and goes over to Vizika and says, and where pray tell is the rest of your crew? The rest of
She
you.
looks
hunters.
around. She starts pointing there and there and there and there.
And then goes, I'm sorry, point again, please.
There and there. You got it? All right, and
Pointing
there
is rude.
and there.
1 second, please. And he'll pull out a set of glasses, placing it over his eyes. Once more, please.
All right, there and there and there and there.
Ah, see, that's what who I figured you were pointing at, but I wanted to make sure. He closes the glasses, placing
No
it back up in his
problem.
pocket. He gathers you around as if to get things prepared, get things ready to go. Gather round, friends, gather round. So, do you have a general strategy of exactly what needs to be built? Are we just building bunks and walls of sorts, or are we doing something a little more exotic?
She shrugs and laughs. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually in charge. It's probably one of these two. And she points at the guys.
All right, then. So, now that you said, it ain't me, dog, it goes, you look like you have an impressive chin. Looks over at Gareth.
Well, yes, thank you.
Are you the one that's head of this operation?
I am assisting. I believe we're all working
Very
together
well,
to
then.
determine
Well,
with-
you'll watch as he just pulls out the table, like interrupted you immediately, placing the book down and opening up the variety of blueprints that can be built. All right. So, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and link you a document. Well, actually, I'm gonna hold on to this document just because there's a lot to it. But I am happy to announce we have stronghold building rules.
Oh, yeah.
Finally. Yes.
It's time. It's time.
Nice.
It's time to build.
Perfect.
So you've been given stone and wood to work with, which is going to be fine. So this is going to be just a lot of mechanics that I'm going to copy and paste over into our general chat. Feel free to peruse, but I'm going to go ahead and explain them as well. So strongholds are built specifically by using stronghold spaces. Each space is considered a 20-foot by 20-foot square, and to build from scratch cost about 100 credits. you have about 2,000 credits of materials between a variety of stone and wood. Typically, each section would consist of wood floors, wood ceilings, wood walls. Just very basic stuff builds together that 100 gold piece, 20 foot by 20 foot space. Now, you could go ahead and stack these spaces to make big, massive rooms, and we might even get a little bit of little bit of map building along the way that you guys can check out in a future session of where things are going. But here's where it gets interesting. By default, all strongholds are built out of wood. You also have stone, but stone's a little bit more expensive, but also provides a little bit more protection. You could even work the stone, making it more masonry or refined or reinforced masonry to make it even more expensive, which not only raises the quality of the stronghold, allowing you to do some cool stuff, but allows you to further fortify these things. Now, for those that have opened the document and have scrolled down here, you will notice there's actually specialized rooms that you can make that provides bonuses to the actions that you do if you satisfy those conditions. For example, you can build an alchemy room by placing a set of alchemist supplies in a stronghold space. By doing that, you technically have a room ready to brew potions. If you want to go even further than that, you can make it a little bit more of a professional setup, which costs a little bit more money, or you could even enchant the room itself, which costs a lot more money, provides bonuses to these actions. So you can go ahead and build these rooms, refine it the way that you want, and work on there. You'll also notice that some of these rooms have miscellaneous debuffs. For example, they're using the alchemy room. It's uncomfortable if it is a quality level 0 room, which means you are building it out of dirt. You built a dirt hut, and you're like, this is my alchemist room. And it's like, yeah, this doesn't feel right. And that'll actually start giving you penalties to those actions that you attempt. Certain things that you can build an alchemy room, smithy room, engineer's lab, bar, kitchen, a fishing area specifically by the water. And also you can make little comfortable living areas. It costs a little bit more to make it, but essentially it allows you to build like little 20 foot by 20 foot houses. And the 50% cost increase essentially allows you to have all the furnishings that you need to fill that space. So if you build like a 100 gold piece or 100 credit stronghold space, and you spend another 50 credits, that gives it all the furnishings you need to make it livable. So like basic cooking, a bed, a place to a small study, things like that to just build the house. Of course, all these things do take time, but you will have the ability to build what you're looking for. So before we get started, is there anything in particular that you would like to build for this stronghold that would assist any of your professions? Or is there any other plans that you would like this stronghold to have in the hopes to not only fortify, but secure your position up here in the northern section of the Southern Gate Breach?
A railgun.
Oh.
A turret.
I'd like to build railgun. You can go ahead and build some. You can build towers and hire some guards if you'd like to go over there. Although it's going to be really difficult to try and hire anyone out there. Although the training costs at some of these individuals is something that you would be able to do. You currently have 2,000 credits of materials to spend and work with. And so today's going to be a little bit of a planning session of what kind of stronghold that you're going to build. Now, considering the fact that you already have some buildings that have already been laid out and established, as well as the entire underground section, we're going to talk a little bit more about what you guys see yourself developing this, developing this stronghold into, and then see what are some little add-ons that you'd like to do. So what's your first priority, would you state, as a group, and feel free to talk amongst yourselves of how you would like to build this stronghold out.
For
all
cheese,
fishing
she would be
area.
very interested in making sure people that lived here, which was the whole like point for her, had like comfortable living, because that's like the whole thing. This place kind of sucked before we got here.
I think for like keeping people alive and well and fed and like the very basics, like it would be living area, fishing area, kitchen, and smithy. While like the bar, engineer's lab, and alchemy room could probably wait, or like if we have supplies
The
left
tavern
over.
would be super important, especially to like a small like town place.
That's fair.
Yeah, true.
And you know, a
I
place
guess-
like that is
yeah.
really important.
Maybe
that's
add
true.
a strip club to that.
Wow.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, morale has been really low. I'm just saying.
If Elwyn wants,
You know?
fans the tables, But yeah, I think at the very least, like the engineer's lab and alchemy room can probably wait if we don't have the supplies to make them. But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
Okay.
Agreed.
We might
Agreed.
ask the people that live here now, like what are their, or that are going to live here, what their professions are.
Yeah, and see what they say about like the weapons, the armaments, and the food, and the wheat, and everything.
Okay.
Because as much as like us, having this place as like a stronghold, it's ultimately we rescued it for the people who were getting like oppressed here. Oh,
So you're looking to build more for the people and less for the Sentinels.
Well,
and that's what I would suggest, but I mean it's servicing both, because comfortable, healthy people who are saved by are more likely to join up, which is we need people. So
Morale. Trying to keep morale up over anything.
Yeah. And the more specific stuff can always be built up over time as like the Sentinels use this place more as well.
Okay. I like it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right off the bat. And like I said, we might even do some skill checks to see if there's some areas of already pre-made buildings to see if perhaps you can get a little bit of a discount on some of the stuff that you're working, so that you can continue to expand and build out this stronghold. We're gonna be doing theater of the mind for this one, and then I'll be crunching some numbers as well. They're definitely gonna be doing some big number crunching here. So, with there, you'll watch as the architect walks over to each and every one of you, showing the various blueprints and give you this rough explanation of what some things can be done. He'll kind of like give himself a little bit of a sigh and pat himself around and says, "All right then. Well, what should we build first?"
Big living area is certainly a priority first.
How many people are here again?
Gather around. Let's do a head count.
And you're just together. And yeah, it's like, 200 strong, just kind of like gathering around over this area.
We could also save on space. The prison as well has been cleaned out mostly. We could use it for living while we build on the upper level.
Well, yes, sir. Go ahead and take me down to the bottom level. You mentioned that there was a prison underground.
Indeed.
All right.
Now, don't do anything. Fuck you while you're down there, all right? She like points at him and squints.
He raises his eyebrow. I wouldn't dream of it. What? And then he just sort of slowly descends.
I'm watching you.
All right, then. So who would be descending down over into the jails? Marius, would that be you and the architect?
And whoever else would like to go.
Yeah, Vizique will follow along.
Gareth will go as well.
Vizique is looking up at Marius.
I'm staying up.
Think maybe the people would prefer to like do smithing and stuff down there, but sleep above ground, fresh air, freedom.
You'll watch as the architect will kind of like interrupt and say, yes, and as you're like descending down and looking at the ruined walls in this giant section, he will mention, this place is rather fortified. True, it's cold and damp, and it was once a jail cell, but it would actually be extremely affordable to use this as the living areas. I don't know what the people would feel about it, though. If we were to build established structures up above, I don't know how many people would actually be able to live up there. It'd be much more expensive to build up on the surface than it would be underground. But of course, as I've been informed by Master Cheadle, the call is yours. So, the architect is proposing that if you guys do want to build the living quarters down underground, you can. It would probably be a lot more cheaper, which means you could build more well-established living. Unfortunately, that would mean living underground in what was once a jail cell, which might not be good for the people. Building above ground is still an option. Unfortunately, he fears that there might not be enough to build to give everyone a place to live.
Allow me to paint a small picture for you. Imagine, if you would, fortifications around the entrance here to the prison. Lying within are all of the people here who've given their lives and are now calling this place home, as well as sentinels who guard it. Any wandering restless may see nothing more than walls and pass by. But if we have them living on the surface, that'll draw more attention. It won't be the restless that'll travel. It'll be others, more nefarious individuals.
The architect remains silent to let the party, in this case, Gareth, Marius, and Zika to talk a little bit more about this.
Well, maybe if they're okay with sleeping down here, then we could build everything else above ground so they at least, come here at night, but then during the day they're mostly up above.
Marius glances upwards, a momentary sorrowful look as he glances up to the darkness that encompasses all of Asmodia.
I'm afraid there's no real difference between what lies below and being underneath the clouds. Not here, at least.
The architect will think to himself for a moment when you say that. Say, we can keep this area well lit. Just need more repair work. Of course, you've done an excellent job so far clearing out the rest of this area. It could work and probably give us a little bit more oomph with the resources that we can spend. Of course, we'll keep everything well lit. Everything will be open. Perhaps remove these drab metal gates that are scattered across this jail cell.
My thoughts exactly. They can be broken down and repurposed. With Gareth's help, we could break them down and make them into ingots, something more useful than keeping people in.
We could probably smelt them down to make more materials for the stronghold above.
I suppose with enough lights it could be cozy.
And don't forget the human touch. It won't just be a drab cave. It'll be a home, a place worth defending.
It's true.
Where is Worfen? Are you round, Worfen?
As you go shouting and screaming, Worfen and his brother are still upstairs. Would you go up to grab him?
Yes.
Okay. Worfen will slowly, hesitantly walk downstairs, but will arrive down there.
Aye.
Well, we don't use you as a point of contact here, but we are discussing how exactly to arrange everything, and we are looking to change this prison into a habitat for you. And we just wanted to see what you think about this.
As long as we're secure, I suppose it really doesn't matter. Needless to say, the Asmodian sky up above.
He'll kind of do this exact same thing that Marius did, and will say,
we've lived on the surface long enough. With enough polish, enough work, I don't see the issue. But of course, being a dwarf, I don't mind the underground. Others may, but then again, we've been living out in the open for quite some time. A warm place where we can feel secure would be the benefit, with the hopes that maybe we can build out later on.
Absolutely. That was our thinking, and it will save on resources greatly so that we can make more rooms and more areas as you see fit.
I have to admit, it's been a while since I've done any masonry work. I would need a little bit of guidance from someone.
Well, we're all here to help, and we have an architect here to kind of design everything. So
I'm more of a designer than I am actually an engineer.
and so he could help us do whatever we need to do here. And with my knowledge of smithing and everybody's collective knowledge, I'm sure we can do justice.
There are some masoners and carpentists up there.
Oh, yes, they could be given direction, but I suppose a little more assistance in the matter would be good. Do you have anyone who's proficient in some sort of engineering field?
Marius. Yes. Raising the non-prosthetic hand.
Oh, yeah. The architect kind of like motions you over and he'll state, well, I mean, we could theorize every day, but your input would be valuable to how effective we could turn this jail cell into suitable living quarters. So, if you would like, you may attempt a intelligence check to sort of theorize what would be the best course of action to go about this. A high check would allow for even a more deeply seated discount, while a low check might lead them astray. This is what we call in the streaming business a gamba. And it's up to you if you'd like to take it.
Having already spent several days clearing out rubble and sort of already working on a base design, wanting a fob originally, would that afford me any benefits?
I would provide you the benefits of guidance. I'll allow you to roll a 1d4 in addition to this check.
Understood. Okay. Yeah, baby. I love rolls.
Woo! Okay, all right. So you'll sort of like walk around and yeah, this is not what I would call a good roll, but you're an experienced game master. You paint the scene for me as how you fumble this a little bit to the to everyone. You dig your own grave.
Marius leading the designer through some of the larger corridors that he had initially sort of was proposing ideas for would begin gesturing at areas where he's like, and through here we can wire and begin to sort of affix lighting. And then as he's sort of moving his hands along where it would go in the walls, a segment of the wall just like crumbles, and he stops and goes, perhaps my observations weren't as astute as I had thought, and then would move over to another area as the crack just sort of follows him. He just goes, perhaps this room was more degraded than I had thought.
You thought this room was stable?
He sort of pauses for a moment. Admittedly, yes.
It's all right, friend. And he'll kind of like come over and pat you on the back and say, I haven't done masonry in quite a bit, but we can't build over here. The foundation itself is wobbly. It's very loose and could potentially cause a bit of a hazard. And no, we'll figure something out, and I'll tap into the area a little bit and see if there's something that's a bit more secured. You did your best though, and I appreciate your help. It's like just taps Marius in the back.
He is not receptive. He is looking at what went wrong, and he is like, how did I fuck this up? What happened? How did I fuck this up? Where did I go wrong?
What a mood.
No. Oh, what a moment. Oh, shit. How did I fuck this up?
No, you didn't fuck this up.
I'm literally an engineer. I made my own like arm and leg. How did I fuck this up this bad?
Listen, friend, we all have bad days. It's fine. Don't beat yourself up. Look, in my profession, or what was once my profession, you sometimes you look a little too close at the project. You know what I mean, Marius?
All Marius hears is wah 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 as he's like, well, maybe if I had paid more attention in class, that'd have made more sense.
Right. Well, excuse me, Marius, was it? The architect kind of raises his finger and says, "We've actually brought a nice pot of some coffee beans. We're actually brewing up some coffee right now. Maybe you should come up and get yourself a breath of fresh air. Maybe tackle this with a clear mind. Yes."
He slowly looks over. Yes, that's whatever you said.
Yes, right over here. I believe the stairs are right over there.
Marius took emotional damage. Damn.
That's okay. Right up here.
What's Marius doing? I gotta see this through. I'm not trying to kick you while you're down. I just want to make sure he's okay.
There's a moment where like he sort of half stops in the doorway, and him looking back at the wall and realizing that the reason he missed this, the reason that he sort of passed over this portion is because this was before he had the conversation with Cheats. Mm-hmm. So his mind was completely elsewhere, and he realizes now that sort of emotional connection, that lingering doubt is what skewed that more intellectual side of him.
Okay. Like
that. Don't blame me, you little shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as you turn around and you think this, and you're kind of like looking at the crack, the architect kind of gives a comforting look and gives that hand motion of, go on, you can just go on, you can go now.
Eventually he would go up and
those pursed lips just be like, it's okay, you can go, it's fine, we got this.
Eventually go up and sort of sit down. This very like heavy thud of armor and prosthetics as he sits down and gets himself some coffee, and he doesn't drink it for about 15 minutes. He's just thinking.
Fan artist, I'd like to request a sad picture of Marius in full armor, just kind of hunched over with a cup of coffee.
I'm sure
please.
we're gonna get many.
What is that meme with the like guy who's sitting there holding the cup of coffee and like he's looking forward like what?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like the lines on his forehead.
Thank you. The architect will kind of turn around and just kind of to give a whistle and just like a yikes look and says, perhaps we should look about over here. This will slow things down a little bit, as now people are uncertain exactly where the Foundation is going, kind of hoping to rely on the guidance of the engineer within the party. So this will cost a little bit more, but give me 1 second. So if we got 200, about 200 people here, correct? Was that?
Yeah.
That was the number we agreed on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, divided by 4.
Just under 200.
Okay. So that, and we're going to do a divide 2. Oh boy. So divide 2. No, the 2. Yeah, that's the one. I'm all right. Well, this place isn't as secure as we thought. We could probably renovate this, but it's going to require a lot more materials than what we have. I'd venture somewhere to remodel this entire prison with the foundation cracked and uncertain of what would be intact. Probably cost about 2,500 credits of materials. And quite frankly, we don't seem to have that.
Maybe I can do something.
And you'll just kind of see as Werfen will walk up, and I'm actually going to do a general roll, also in intellect. Okay. Werfen ponders to himself and says, and starts asking a lot of jargon, like,
what kind of stone is this?
And then the architect will kind of like describe everything and the fact of how they got it, where they got it, and will mention something, and it's like,
yeah, but which canyon?
I'm like, what do you mean? Sorry, this is DM RPing with DM.
Yes.
Yes. It's like, well, what do you mean exactly?
Well, it depends. Did you get it over in the Twin Spires, or did you get it over at the Void Griffin Canyons? There's a stronger density.
Oh, dear, how would I know that?
Well, you're the architect. You should know that. Okay, give me a minute.
Oh, jeez. And then you'll see him start paging through the notes a little bit before stating, this was over in the mines at the... yes, there's the seal. The Void Griffin Canyons.
Okay. We could stretch that out. I could make that work.
But are you sure?
Yeah. It's going to take a little bit more time, but I think we can stretch...
And he starts going on more and more. But fortunately, from the roll made by Werfen believes that he can use the 2,000. He can lower the 2,500 down to 2,000, to 2,000 credits, which would be all the materials at that point to just restructure that.
Ooh.
Yes, and so that means some hard decisions may need to be made. You can refurbish the entire prison so that everyone is able to live there, or as Werfen would have described, it's like,
I mean, what's another night in a sleeping bag? And we've got resources to spare. A lot of people would be protected. We don't need to move everyone under here right now. But it's up to you. How do you want to handle this?
And, yeah. So right now, you guys are able to spend the 2K to completely refurbish the underground area into just living areas. Of course, they would have to gather more materials later as it goes on, but there would be no protection up above, and there would be no specialized stronghold spaces. Hard choices are going to need to be made here. So it's up to you guys. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I think everyone would at this point return up to the surface unless there was something in particular that you guys would be doing underneath the jail cell.
What sort of protection up above are you talking about? Like towers specifically?
Like wall. You guys mentioned a little bit about walling the area up a little more so that way there wouldn't be this, like restless or people breaking, or other threats able to break through. Right now, everything's in disarray, so it's free roam for everyone.
How much would it cost to kind of have a basic protective structure around above, but put the rest towards living space? Because people could sleep down there in shifts if there's anyway going to be some people watching at night and whatnot.
One moment, please.
Anybody that's vulnerable would have a more permanent sleeping space, but then anybody that's able-bodied would kind of take turns, and if they're on watch, then they're not sleeping anyway.
The architect will look over to you and say, well, I suppose with the standard setup here, we probably build a nice fortification for 1,000 credits. Get those walls back up. A lot of it is in awful disarray, so there wouldn't be much repair as it would be a full job. Now, of course, that would be with stone, but if we're looking to get a little cheaper, I suppose we could use wood to build the fortification around the jail.
Are we talking about wood for the prison below as well?
Oh,
for the 2,000, or was that stone?
The 2,000, I believe, would repair most of this, and we would be using the stone as more of a bit of a patchwork for more of the, and then looks at the giant crack that Mary has pointed out to, the structural difficulties. If we were to build this completely from scrap, I would need about 5,000 credits to get some stable buildings up above, but it seems worth it over here. Seems very confident to be able to do this for
just 2,000 credits of the materials. Of course, we could split that in half. We wouldn't be able to repair all of the prison. In fact, I'm not even certain if we'd be able to repair half of it. But we would be able to make it suitable and living, and transform and get a nice basic fortification up above for 1,000 credits. Of course, I can build it out of wood, and you use a little bit more. Look at that. And it would be... 1 second, checking my notes. Ah, gotcha.
I believe it would be 10% less durable.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, yes, if we were working with the unworked stone, but we're working with masonry, so it'd actually be 25% more durable. But the price would go down to about 500 credits. But I will be honest with you. A wall made of wood in this dangerous area would probably be a temporary stopgap. It's better than nothing, but that wall will not survive the elements nor the threats that would continue to pound outside. The restless. But it can be done, at least as a temporary stopgap. Ultimately, it's up to you. I was told to take the orders from, you. Points at Cheats.
I'm sorry, me?
Yes. You. Points at Vanya. One of you. I was told one of you would be able to instruct me on what you needed to do. You would have the most experience of what is out here and what these people may need the most. But what the sentinels would need the most as well, the shadow hunters.
Vanya is kind of trying to not make eye contact. You know, just to be like, just to not be perceived. You know, just like. Yeah. Just,
go ahead. Give me an intimidation check.
Intimidation?
Oh.
Oh, yes. As the architect looks to you and you're kind of like breaking eye contact, kind of looking off in the distance because you don't want to be seen, the architect takes this as you being a bona fide badass and then immediately turns away so as to not upset you.
That's right.
Cheat looks at Vanya and tries to do the same thing. She does like follows his gaze and then like sees Vanya and she's like, in her head, wow, she's fucking cool. And she kind of just goes, and like looks the opposite direction.
Cheats, go ahead and roll intimidation check, and I will give you, Momo, the option to roll it at disadvantage. Oh my god, you are like staring, like you'll probably like a little bit of the the drug that goes into you kind of like gives you this like deep haze around you, and as the architect kind of like gotta look at something else, looks over at Cheats is just as intimidating, if not more, and then say, you are hardened hunters, aren't you? Looks over at Gareth.
Intimidation stare, go. No, I'm just kidding. We've done our fair share of combat together, certainly.
Oh, I see the 11 now. And then Cheats, you sneeze.
Oh no, it's inside my mask. Oh god. You just hear it as my mask self-cleanses.
Ooh.
So, I'll give you guys a chance to think about this as we will take a small bathroom break. This session doesn't have too much longer to go as far as the stuff that you guys want to plan. Of course, you all are free to role play. But yeah, we're gonna take a small break, and then we shall be right back. Everyone, stay tuned. Hello, Ionians. Our show is brought to you by our generous patrons through our IO Publishing Patreon. Get access to tons of homemade content from our talented team of writers, musicians, and artists, including magic items, custom encounters and mechanics, new subclasses, and more. Also, get access to MP3s of all of our D&D campaigns. While we cater to 5e systems, IO Publishing will be making compatibility for other popular TTRPG systems this year. Sign up today at patreon.com/worldofio and join this fast-growing Patreon.
Support our shows and support our third-party content, all for the love of TTRPGs everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back. And we're live.
Oh.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, you guys can have that conversation, live.
So everyone can hear.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes. You guys can plot it out together so everyone knows what exactly you all are planning. So,
Well,
yeah, now that everything's been kind of like issued and stated, you'll watch as as the architect, as Warfit, and everyone kind of leaves the surface. You'll watch. I gotta know what Marius is doing. Is he just still sitting there with the coffee?
It's almost a cathartic moment, right? Where he's sat there now and has sort of been processing what transpired. The issue that came about, how he failed to solve it. And as he sat here realizing that he doesn't have to be the smartest person, and it's this sort of catharsis that he has where he's like, you can rely on other people. You don't have to do everything yourself. Be more like open to working with other people. Mm-hmm. He's just sort of now drinking his coffee, just sort of letting things sort of flow over him.
Mac will walk over to you, sit right next to you with a cup of coffee, and he'll just be like,
It's been many a moon since I've had one of these.
And he'll sip it. And he looks over to Marius. It's like,
do you need to be alone? I'll give you the space if you'd like.
It's quite all right. I was simply in my own head. Apologies.
Of course. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you wish to discuss?
How long have you been out here?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't the faintest.
Looks up at the sky, and as the umbral air is just dense. You've barely seen the outline of the sun for weeks now.
We really don't have a way to keep time over here. It's felt like ages. We used to live over in Terran K.
Kind of like points over to the east.
And then that got overrun by Restless. And so we came here. Found an old fort, or at least what we thought was an old fort. Only to discover that it was an abandoned jail cell with forces of shadow occupying from within. And then since then, well, we've grown comfortable. And because of that, I just haven't tracked the days, sort of stayed awake until we couldn't anymore. Passed out, wake up, do it again.
And he has a haunted expression on his face when he says that. And then he looks down, takes a sip.
I'm sorry, I know that wasn't an answer.
But it was. Far too long.
He nods.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for. In fact, it is I who should be sorry to you.
He shakes his head.
I never should have taken that deal. Never offered myself up. I tried to persuade myself that it was a brave and noble sacrifice for my brother, my traveling companions, but I just wanted it to be done. But you...
And he kind of looks, you kind of see the shadow like fall over his face, but he turns over to you and he says, but you... And you see his face light up a little bit.
You've given me a chance. You've given us all a chance. Sure, the free meal ticket's over, but at least now it could be something that we can earn. We can build together. You've given us a chance. You've given us hope.
He pats you on the back.
So don't apologize. You've done more than you could ever realize.
He sets down the coffee, sort of pushing himself up to stand. The chair sort of groaning in protest as the weight of Marius is sort of lifted off of it. And he would turn and extend his hand, that clawed prosthetic.
Then there's hope. A chance that Asmodia can be retaken for the good of humanity and for the good of our people.
His face sort of like chuckles like you just told a funny joke. Like he's about to laugh at the notion of Asmodia ever being reclaimed for the living, for the living Ionians. And as he's smirking at the thought, you'll see his face sort of fall sullen. Then he nods and says,
I think you're right. This is a small step, sure, but even with tiny victories such as this, it reminds us there is hope.
It'll take your hand.
Offering a warm smile and a firm shake.
Roads are not paved in a day, nor are castles built. It'll take time. But together, you and your people, your brother, we will see Asmodia reclaimed.
Now there's purpose. Thank you.
He'll get back up and say,
perhaps we should get to work.
A singular nod as he makes his way over to his companions.
all rocks to clear, let's go. And then he screams as he gathers like a few more people lounging around. And as they kind of like, you kind of hear like light groans and protest, you'll actually hear Knack shout back to them,
we've been lounging around for long enough. It's time to take action. You can protest and moan when you're dead asleep. Because I'm going to work you hard. Let's go.
Everyone just kind of gets gumptioned up. And you'll see a new spirit renewed within Knack.
Marius. Good of you to join us again. Have you given any thought as to the distribution of the resources here?
I think if we are going to make this a place both livable for man and shadow hunters, we'll need both adequate living space and a place for them to come and repair their equipment. A smithy is absolutely necessary, as well as a place for them to make food, both for the people that live here and the people that will be visiting. Fortifications of walls around us will also be necessary to stop the restless from overwhelming them. If we can do that, the rest is more frivolous. We can do what we like.
I would tend to agree.
I think it's more important to immediately build a smithy and a kitchen rather than, living spaces.
With the smithy, what other resources here in the jail and will be brought forward by others can be used and processed. There won't be any time where they're just sitting on raw materials. The people here have lived above ground under the shadows of Asmodia for who knows how long. Another day, another month out here won't be an issue.
Brett, I have a mechanic question.
Yes.
If they refurbish like half of the prison, so like use half of the materials to refurbish the prison and half to build walls and whatnot, would they be able to put a smithy room as long as we have like the tools?
It
wouldn't require any extra materials to build that space?
One moment, please.
We could also go steal the smithy stuff from the Colbier ruins. Just saying.
Absolutely.
So with
but I just mean for the room itself.
So everything being refurbished, it's about 10 gold pieces a head for a person to live here. People aren't going to have their own private quarters that they can stand. This is kind of going to be bunker style, where we're looking at bunk beds and things like that, and there'll probably be sleeping in shifts. It won't be enough to cover that. So if you spend, let me pull out my notepad. If you spend half of that, you'll have 1,000 credits, which will take care of 100 people. 100 people will be secure, while another 100 people will not.
Right.
However, also doing some more additions. Because of Werfin's belief, a smithy would cost. Let me also pull out some information here. So we're looking for smithy tools specifically. Or smithing tools, rather. I believe that's 50 gold? Or 50 credits for the smithing tools? Smith's tools. Sorry, it's 20. So just a basic established smithing, if the smithing was built underground, which will of course be a little more challenging if it's underground. You won't actually need to, because you've got like the heat and the fire like has now suspended itself over there. So you may need to build the smithy above. Otherwise, the underground smithy may cause a little bit of issue. And I suppose that depends on where you would like to build that smithy.
So what if we, like, because the kitchen is just specifically, it's an industrial / professional kitchen setup.
Yeah.
So they don't necessarily need that right away. They will still be able to feed themselves and whatnot. So we could put that.
Having a kitchen would cost. Oh, actually, it'd be very cheap. A kitchen would only cost 21 credits. If it was built underground.
Wow, that's a deal.
Yeah, the professional part's an upgrade.
Yeah,
and then
right.
Just utensils in a room. Like,
how much would the fishing area cost, out of curiosity?
Well, the fishing area, you'd have to build it over past the delves of Mormont. So, like, right off the bat, you're looking at 100 credits.
Okay.
For just a basic fishing space. If you build a dock, that'll be 600 credits. If you have a natural dock. So essentially what you could do is you could make a cheaper dock, just more out of dirt. What that does is it provides a bonus to fishing, to the fishing table, so it attracts more fish. But it will actually be more challenging to fish those fish out. But just have a basic area to fish with a just simple wood and dock. That would cost 100 credits.
Okay, well, they do already have the ability to fish there, and they do have both the grain, the quick grown grain, and the food supplies that we brought them.
Yes.
So I think it would we probably could build like both a smithy. So if we built walls outside, could we hypothetically have the smithy in like one of the corners of the walls, like Skyrim style, with like a little overhang kind of thing? Because if we can do that to save on materials, but still have the masonry walls surrounding the place for a watch, and then everything else goes into like a living space with the cheapest kitchen possible.
So here's the issue with that. You're gonna have to take away from the living space underground. Currently, if you want to have masonry walls like surround the area, you would be able to give a safe place to sleep for half the population underground, and then the wall would cost 1,000, and then you would be out of credits. There wouldn't be much more that you could do, unless you were to open your pockets.
How much money do we have?
That's like,
let's see.
You start piddling around a little bit. You guys could part with any of your magical goods if you'd like.
Do I still have that coin? Like I had at some point, I think? An ancient
the
coin?
old world gold coin.
Right.
Yes, that is actually an established treasure.
Treasure?
Mm-hmm.
Or else booty.
It would definitely be booty. Absolutely.
Perfect. I love booty.
So, the architect, if you want to show the coin, you're free to do so.
I am going to, kind of.
Sorry.
Yes.
I can get us 500 gold.
Oh.
I can get us 500 gold because I have a orb of troll blood that I can transform into a shadow idol, and I already possess a shadow idol. They're 250 gold each.
I have 250 credits myself that I haven't spent yet.
So we got 750 credits. The old world gold coin would be worth 100 credits. So you
Only? So much for the treasure.
It's a coin. It's
a gold coin.
It's a gold coin that is once was worth 1 gold piece is technically worth 100 times its value. I think that is more than
well, whatever.
So 100 credits for the old world coin. You've got the 2 shadow idols that you can go ahead and scalp for 250 credits a pop. The sentinels would be happy to pay for that. 250, 500, 600, and then you got 250 there. So if you wish to open your pockets, you have 850 extra credits to spend, and that will give you a lot more room.
I also have a set of enchanted robes that don't really do anything, but they're magic. What can I do with that? How much is that?
Well, I will tell you now.
How much fake currency is it worth?
24 credits for the robes there.
God damn, what the hell? Even they don't want it.
It's like moth bitten and like a faint bit of magic upon them.
It has magic, guys. You don't know what magic does. It's super powerful. It's a relic.
I mean, you can try and scam some people.
I'm not gonna haggle my own people. Come on.
That's what I thought.
I will give up the 2 shadow idols though to give us some more breathing room.
All right.
Zika will empty her pockets.
All right. Gareth will start an OnlyFans. And then
Nice.
I'm just kidding. No, I believe I
What
got
did you
an
say?
amulet. I didn't say anything. I got an amulet last time of like flight or something like that.
Oh.
No. But in my inventory, I just have an item called new loot. I feel like it was just incomplete there. I don't.
No.
No.
Did I have the amulet? The Raven Wing Snapper amulet? Oh, that's the. I see. Yes, that is incomplete. Yes, you are correct.
Oh, okay.
Because you gave up the Raven Wing Snapper. So, give me 1 second. The Raven Wing Snapper. Give me 1 moment, please, and I will tell you what we have. No, that's not. That's the wrong doc. That's the wrong doc. There it is. The Raven Wing Snapper. Okay, so. It'll provide you money boon in exchange for freedom. A small purple amulet of raven-like appearance, which when used as an action, you gain 30 foot flying speed for 1 minute, as long as you are not wearing heavy armor. Okay, 1 second. Calculating. Everyone's just giving with their heart. It's very nice. So yeah, you have 850 credits right now, and that item would be worth. Oh, that's good. If you wish to scalp it, it would be worth 500 credits. However, the Sentinels and the architect that speaks for the Sentinels would only be willing to part for 250 credits. Unfortunately, it would be it would stretch the budgets a little too thin. But of course, you are free to attempt to persuade the architect to try and give more for the magical amulet if you wish to attempt to sell it.
I wouldn't sell it for 250. I would hold it if they don't want to offer 500.
The issue is there isn't really many merchants around here.
Yeah.
That is
hey, you know, there's a season 2 ahead of us.
So 1 minute of flight could also come in handy. You said it's for if not wearing medium or heavy armor?
Correct.
Very well.
With an 850 extra, we can probably build everything that we
probably
need to build already. So
that's a lot.
Don't give it up. We don't even know you have it yet.
That's right.
So for 40 of those credits, I believe. No, it wouldn't be 40. If you're building above ground, you're doing the masonry there. 1 second. Sorry.
So like a lean-to against the walls wouldn't work?
No, that would absolutely work.
Okay.
So I just gotta calculate the numbers real quick. Okay, so calc 25 times 75.
I'm doing the math. I'm busting it down sexual style.
And
Oh my.
Oh my. So a smithy up against the wall would cost 100 credits. Build two more. Oh, sorry. Build two more. Oh, wait. I lied. It would cost 5 plus with the floor, of course, and then you got to get the ceiling in 37. It would cost 174 credits to establish a smithy up above.
Okay, so how does this sound? 1,500 spent on the underground, 1,000 on the masonry up top, puts us 2,500, right? So we got like 350, and then you said like 174 for upstairs blacksmith, and then another. Well, I guess we don't need an above ground kitchen, so.
Yeah. So if we're doing 1,500,
we're doing
1,000.
Math.
If we do the smithy up above ground and that costs 174, we would have 176 left, and a kitchen was like 20 or something. 21.
It's cheap. Yeah, it would literally be be 21. Correct.
Oh my god! You know what this feels like? This feels like when you go to an arcade and you get like some tokens and you're picking out smaller and smaller prizes as you go. So like after we build the kitchen, what can we do with 155 credits?
A gum, a piece of gum, and a pair of plastic handcuffs.
I can give you some
jack
rolls for the remaining credits.
So
Thanks.
for a living space that would actually take care of 150 people. Masonry walls protect the area. A dedicated smithy above ground that's leaning against the walls be 174 credits. And the cooking space, which would be 21 credits if it was built underground, you would have spent a total of 2,695 credits. That leaves you with
155.
Probably right. 2,695. 155, correct.
Oh, okay.
I hate math.
Well, I mean, we could spend, 150 of that to house 15 more people.
You can.
And there would be 35 people that don't have housing. And I think
throw in the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I mean, if 35 people, it's like half of those are probably going to be on watch at night anyway.
Yeah, I mean, these people, you're not going to have 200 people still alive by the time you get back anyway, so it all balances each other.
Yeah.
But, like, that would mean pretty much everybody has a sleeping area, and we can just take, 5 credits back so Physique is not completely destitute.
All right. So, if that is the plan, you would spend all of that. They would get to work. What is a future project that you would like to work if they manage to gather enough of their resources to do that? What's the next project?
Did we say bar, tavern for?
Oh yeah.
Just for morale.
I mean, honestly, I could go for a drink. It's been a while. I think we can build a tavern after we build everything. Sure.
And a strip club, potentially.
Well, the bar could act as a strip club. You see, I just get up on the bar.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah,
Is a
that's
bar
exactly what I'm saying.
smart though?
Probably, yeah.
Because you
keep
have
people happy.
Yes, morale is good. However, having a bar present might bring about layabouts, ruffians, vagrants who don't want to work because they want to drink all the time.
I'm a vagrant. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying this in character.
He's calling us vagrants. Look at this fuck.
Well, they're gonna need money to drink, and how are you gonna get money out there? It's not like you can be a beggar in the prison ruins. Not really. Like everybody's got to kind of pitch in. I don't think that's gonna be too much of a problem in a place as harsh as this. I think that would be more like in a comfy, cushy area.
So we hand out sentinel bucks, which draws them to the bar. And get free drink.
Oh my god! And then we have our own internal currency.
You keep the money flowing, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just keep it going. Keep it
I
going.
thought we were
I see,
philanthropists, not capitalists.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Nice, very good.
I was doing the hand motions too.
Yeah. So how much money did we make?
Sentinel bucks.
Well, all right.
I'll see where this works. Yeah.
I think an order of importance, personally, my opinion would be like the next order of business would be a bar, then following that a fishing area, then an alchemy room, then an engineer's lab in that order.
Okay. Fishing area, alchemy room.
That's just my opinion.
Wait, question, DM.
Yes.
Do I have more credits other than the coin? Because I don't think that I spent anything. I don't remember spending.
No, you would not have.
I'm sorry. Why am I so poor?
We all started with 250 credits.
Did we?
Did you?
Didn't we?
I have 0.
Yes, we did because I spent some of my credits on my armor.
Oh yes. Then yes, you all have 250 credits to spend. Yes.
What? Look at that! Look at that!
I'm pretty
He
sure
said
you
I'm
also,
poor
Lobos,
when
you
I'm
also
not.
spent your money, didn't you? Like upgrading your gear or something while you were smithing your. It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
it would require 200.
Okay.
I'm
maybe.
sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a hot minute since we've
that's
done
okay.
any spending whatsoever.
So you're not just broke for no reason, Lobos. You spent your money.
I don't have any money.
I don't remember that.
Where did my money go? Give me that back.
I put my credits towards this strip club area. Thank you.
I don't think I don't think we need a strip club.
Wait, how
Who
much
said
would a
that?
bar? How much would a bar cost actually?
Let me. Oh wait, we do have wealth here. Hey, look at that. Hey, I forgot all about this. God, my memory. Anyways, so here's the money that you guys have right now.
Oh.
So Cheats has 250 credits, Vazika has 250 credits, and that's
Well,
about
Vazika
it.
now
What?
has 5 credits.
I'm poor. I'm actually poor.
Vazika gave her credits for that building,
Tragic.
but took 5 back.
Hmm.
So how much would a bar cost to build?
Let's see here. A bar. One moment, please. 1 stronghold space. Having a bar not only provides a place to rest, but also provides a thriving business. You need brewer supplies. A bar. Yes.
I can supply any tools we need, by the way.
Whoa.
And it would
Any tools that we need, I can supply.
And it would exist permanently.
Technically, yes.
I'm gonna need a permanent fixture for that to work.
Technically, as long as I don't summon any other tools in the future, it's always there.
So there's
They last in perpetuity until I make another thing.
Okay. So, if you would like to go ahead and build, it depends on where you want to build the tavern, above ground or below ground.
Can we combine it with the kitchen for that bonus there? I see a.
Yes, you can. You can. I see you've been maxing a stronghold building. That's good. Providing kitchen space with easy access increases the reputation of the tavern by 1. So, yes, you can do that if you'd like to build it underground, nice little underground area. You're going to be looking, the tavern will cost you, if it's underground, will cost 45 credits.
Oh wow, the tavern's twice as much as the kitchen?
Well, the cooking supplies are cheaper than the brewery.
For sure.
Yeah. Cooking supplies, 1 gold. Brewer supply, 25 gold. Or credits, rather.
Well, I mean, if Vanya wants to volunteer 45 of her credits, then that's covered, and then they can just, whenever they get to it, they can build a fishing area, alchemy room, and engineer's lab. But they'll be like set up and ready to go, pretty much. Like, that's only if that's your money. So.
But if you wish to have a tavern built, you'll have to name it.
Wait, do we have a name collectively? Squad? Some sort of squad of fortune? Or the
Just looks at him.
the noble militants.
Look,
I don't see anybody else helping.
My life.
I like to imagine Garrett's just
They're all just staring at me.
Garrett's just standing there, just saying, just waiting for a word to come out. The noble military, no, Tent.
I mean,
Tent.
Okay, forget that at least. Let's just focus on the tavern then.
You need to name the tavern.
The gilded. Hey, why is everybody laughing?
Gilded.
The gilded flagon.
The grounded.
the gilded flagon.
The prison
you're calling it.
drinks. Prison.
You accidentally
Not a prison anymore.
You accidentally hit start on the controller. Ah, the gilded flagon. What a brilliant.
Wait a minute.
It's a tavern.
Wait a minute.
I'm kidding.
Hmm.
But I do need a tavern name if you wish to build a tavern.
The flying flagon.
Momo? Cheats. What is your plan then? Let's hear it. Your 5 seconds.
Bastille Brewery.
I'm sorry.
Alliteration is good.
not
I
cheats.
like alliteration.
Did you say
Sorry.
the Assfield Brewery?
She did?
No, Bastille, you know, like
Oh, Bastille.
a tower or
Oh.
fortified building typically used to house prison or a large and permanent fortification, sometimes including a town.
I thought you said Assfield, as if we were still building the brothel. Okay.
Vazika puts away her thesaurus.
Aspen.
How about this? What do we call
That was
it?
really smart, was he?
Yes, Cheats?
What do we call in the place?
What do you have in mind?
Like the town.
Oh,
That's a rather.
Oh, yes,
we're
I
naming it.
I was just going to call it Jail's Ruined.
I got a whip.
They'll ruin.
Well, that's what's on the map. Points.
Everybody looks at him.
By a hopped up. No, never mind.
I mean, I'm not committed to the name, of course. We can name it whatever you want. You're the lead of the project. We need a name for the town and a name for the tavern.
Sentinel's Rest.
He checks.
Everybody looks at the map.
That's where they bury people.
He checks. Sorry, it got me. I'm sorry. So the scene is he checks like the registry. He's like, okay, there's 3 Sentinel's Rests, but we can have a 4th one if you really.
Sentinel's Rest the 4th.
we could call the town
No.
Mormont Keep. It's close enough.
What now?
Mormont Keep?
Mormont Keep.
Not the tavern, but the town.
Mormont Keep. What do you think of it? Honestly, I don't want to name the town Sentinel's Rest the 4th, but I will,
I'm done.
Party. Mormont's Keep. Is that what you'd like to name the town?
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Yes.
But keep your castle. Like,
I was gonna go with something super edgy, so that works perfectly.
Well, I want to hear it.
Yeah. We
Why
need
would
to-
why would you tease us like that?
Yeah,
and
you
then
can't
not-
do that.
Yeah.
You can't.
What did you
What
want?
is it?
What is it?
What is it?
Come on. Come on. What's the name? You said you were gonna go something edgy. What was the name?
That was the name, literally something edgy.
Okay.
I see. All right.
Really? I'm being edged here. I need to know. Come on.
No, Crown isn't giving us anything
It's
apparently.
not. He's just not gonna say it.
Unbelievable, Crown. This is just really
The
unprofessional.
town name is
Okay, then I
silent,
don't
you know?
agree on the
When
name.
anybody comes up to you and is like, "Where are you from?" They just like cross their arms and stare at you, and then they say, "That's where I'm from."
That's where I'm from.
So given what these people did, right? Given that they willingly gave themselves up to this warden, they consorted with devils and everything like that. The idea, very, very edgy, was to call it Sinner's Rise.
I mean, so do you guys want to do Sinner's Rise or
I
Mormont
told you we
Keep?
should have a strip club.
Or do you want to name the tavern Sinner's Rise?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I like that.
I like that. Yeah,
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Thinking about-
I like that.
I don't.
What tavern idea do you have, Cheats?
Bro.
What do you got?
Whatever it is gonna be better than the gilded flagon, was it?
Excuse me.
Mormont's flagon.
Well, it doesn't belong to Mormont, so it's not Mormont's. It's just, you know.
So Mormont's keep for the town. Does that sound good with you guys?
Without the S.
Is it a keep?
Well, yeah, you know, because there's walls and there's a stronghold within.
The keep is underground.
Mormont Keep.
I still like Mormont Keep.
Mormont Underkeep. It's fun.
Underscore keep.
I mean, they might build up in the future. You know, who knows? Give it a name
That would
to
look better in the
aspire
database,
to.
yes.
Underkeeps are a thing, by the way. They're often held by dwarves and Duergar. So-
Mormont Underkeep?
No,
The Underkeep
not
of
that.
Mormont.
Momo, what you got? What you got? I'm hearing a lot of no's. What you got?
I would far prefer Mormont Keep than Underkeep.
Mormont Underpants. Okay, Mormont's keep.
Oh.
All right, so Mormont's keep. Does that sound good with or Mormont keep?
Without the, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I typed out the apostrophe S. And now the tavern, the real final boss. What would you like to name the tavern?
Mormont Keep Tavern.
All right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Mormont
I
keep
give
tavern.
up trying to make names here.
I think Sinner's Rise is pretty badass.
Momo.
The polished knob.
All right, so checks list. We have the polished knob and Sinner's Rise.
Well, Momo, instead of keep, would you prefer, I don't know, like sanctuary or something like that?
Guzzler's Gambit.
No.
Hard pass.
Nothing with Guzzler.
Does guzzling make you uncomfortable?
Guzzler's Flargon.
Largan?
Holy shit.
I hate it.
Someone asked a question and then I blacked out. What was that someone asking?
Tomato Town.
So we like Mormont Keep, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could also, like, it could be Mormont Sanctuary, Mormont Stronghold, Mormont, you know, Fortress, something like that. If you don't like keep, but you know, it's short, it's sweet, rolls off the tongue.
If there are, unless there are any objections, we can go with Mormont Keep.
I like it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Tavern name.
I also like Warden's Fall, but
Warden's Fall.
Mm.
That'd have been cool.
Tavern.
Did the
Had we
warden
actually
fall?
fucking
Yeah.
killed him.
Well, here's
And we killed him.
but here's
I mean,
the thing.
he fell
You can,
from being, you know.
listen, you could also just lie. And this is where we slew the warden. Didn't he escape?
You
I
can
read
until
something.
he
fall.
shows up.
You can fall from somewhere without dying.
Like a fall from grace.
Yes.
I mean, technically, he was defeated. He escaped. Mormont Keep or Warden's Fall?
I mean, you know, call it
Mormont.
Warden Fell, you know, and then, you know, like Morrowind. Warden Fell.
Ooh, I like Wardenfell, yeah.
I mean, I think that would be a good tavern name or a town name. Both of those are fine.
Wardenfell?
I think it's more of a town name than it is a tavern.
Yeah.
Agree.
I like Wardenfell.
I think you use Sinner's Rise as the tavern.
I feel like this is a good negotiating tactic. You guys get Wardenfell, and then we get Sinner's Rise as the tavern.
Yeah, and that gives them kind of like a camaraderie, right? And then they can tell the story when people, because a tavern needs a good story.
So what you
Like
guys?
people that come through or like a place to come, they can be like, so what do you call this, you know, Sinner's Rise? And they're like, well,
Oh, but then they have to constantly talk about how they sacrifice their people.
fuck.
To be fair, for there to be progress, for there to have learned from their past, they need to talk about it. Hopefully, it's not something they brush under the rug.
Yeah, I guess naming the tavern that where they go to drink and be miserable is as good as anything, you know? It's gonna make more money that way.
So do you guys want to name the town Wardenfell?
We're not copying Morrowind or anything. It's
I like Wardenfell a lot.
What do you guys, how do the rest
I
of you
agree.
feel?
I like it too.
Yeah, I like it.
Wardenfell's good.
And you want to do Sinner's Rise for the tavern?
I like it.
Okay. Once you state Sinner's Rise, I think, you know, Warfin will be like,
It's a bit on the nose, wouldn't you say?
Trust me, there are way more frivolous names we could have picked.
You like polished knob?
I think we're okay with Sinner's Rise. Sinner's Rise, everyone! Polished knob. All right.
Yeah, you don't like my suggestion?
No, it's great. We should get to work.
and then everyone's going to start scattering.
She's scary. Look at those eyes. She won't look at you because they say if you stare into Vanya's eyes, you see death.
She just looks at Vanya.
Marius looks from that conversation to Vanya. What did you do?
Shh, just go with it.
It's true, I've seen it.
All right. So with the plan out and ready to go, your credits spent, as well as that of the budget that was granted from Colkirk, the plan begins. You'll watch as the masons and the carpenters get ready for work on the next day. But there was one little gift that Cheadle wanted to make sure that you had within those crates. Not only was there a fresh supply of rations and food, but Cheadle had an old keg of Colkirk ale that was made from some of the wheat they had as part of their celebration. You'll actually see a small note there from Cheadle saying, you know, it essentially state, you know, kick back, relax, enjoy yourselves, for you are the heroes of the hour. Cheadle.
Ooh.
And with that, great celebration takes place in Wardenfell. And you guys will be able to complete your long rest at this time before getting ready to venture forth to the east to continue your mission to slay a gatekeeper. And that's where we will end today's session of Into the Shadows Breach. Thank you guys.
Huzzah!
Thank you guys so much for...
Very good.
Time to lower the desk. Give me a second.
Oh.
Wait, hang on. Did Vanya give her 45 credits to build the tavern, or where did we get that from?
I'm assuming Vanya. Vanya would have given that, right?
Well, Vanya.
Huh? I didn't have any credits.
You
had
actually-
Apart from the... I do?
He did a wealth
Yeah.
check. Mhm.
Oh yeah, of course. If I do have it, I thought he showed the wealth, and I wasn't on the list of people.
Oh
who
no,
have
it was like he showed one character's money.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So if you have 250 and you would
Yes.
give 45 to build the tavern, then
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
you're good to go.
okay, then you have 205 left.
Woo!
Thank you.
All right. Oh, Popper's got to sit back down on this chair. Oh, my back. All right. You guys ready for some bingo bongo and some fan
Ooh.
art? Good. All right. Let's do it. Hey, there it is. Okay, I'm going to share the screen now, and then I'm going to show chat. If I do any of it out of order, either my players get upset or my chat gets upset because someone is not seeing everything right away. Let me see. There it is. No.
One of two things are going to happen, by the way.
Yes.
We're going to leave. We're going to go kill the big bad guy. We're going to win. We're going to become full-fledged sentinels. It's going to be Pog. We're going to come back. This place is a pile of ruin. Standing in the middle is the Peacekeeper, and he's like, "I've been waiting for you." Fortnite kills us instantly. Or we
Flosses
beat the guy.
afterwards.
Yeah.
We come back, and this thing is a fucking fortress.
Yeah.
And it's super sick.
Yeah. And they go
No in between.
And they go, we open up a second tavern and we called it the Polished Knob. And that's the last thing I say in season 1.
Yes. Victory.
Victory. Based Bunker Builders. More cheats and Marius backstory? Not necessarily. I know there was some deep thought about that, but I said no. Base management mechanics, Nodders. Party reaches Terran K. Nope. Stronghold given a badass name. Yeah. Ornfell, baby. Marius and Gareth bro moment. I think you guys like moved something a little bit, right?
Yeah, we carried heavy stuff together.
Oh, okay. All right. Cooking RP, you guys built the kitchen, so I'll take that as a yes. Zika licks a plant and trips ball.
I almost wish that would have happened.
Oh man, I wish.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe next time.
Was there flirting or seduction? I say no.
No, thank goodness.
That one NPC looked at Gareth when he mentioned the OnlyFans.
She just stepped forward. That wasn't flirting, nor was it seducting. So
I mean,
say,
Vanya was quite intimidating.
Oh, okay. That's all you had to say. Stronghold gets a sexy room.
I tried.
Very
My best.
flavorful interior description. I know there was the intention, but we're saying Sinner's Rise is just a tavern for now, brothel later.
One can dream.
Well, if Bloody's saying it's not, then that definitely is not. That's a real shame. More fishing? No. Time skip to when the base is finished? No. Fuck you. And it's done. We're done. Anyways, let's move on. Like that was the whole session. No, I don't. No, nat 20 today. Good to have you back. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
I thought this said Cheats takes a poo, and I was really confused.
What?
Cheats takes another. I think because I saw BioRP next to it. Cheats takes another dose of the haste drug. No. BioRP. No. New favorite NPC in the Stronghold. Party.
Quote unquote.
What's that dwarf's name? The green shirt one?
Oh. One moment, please.
The one that had a chat with Mary.
Nat.
GNAT?
NAKK.
Oh.
Oh, Knack.
Knack.
Yeah, we had a very,
like
had a
the
very
best
insightful conversation.
Okay.
I like him.
Vanya being the resident gay wine aunt. What?
I know exactly what that is.
Okay.
I don't.
Bloody, I'm gonna have you answer this question.
I'm sorry. I mean, I guess.
Well, she did contribute her money towards the tavern and the tavern only, so.
I don't even know what to say. I was stunned.
Yeah. Do you want Vanya to be the resident gay wine aunt, whatever that means?
Bayonetta.
Oh, okay. Well, yes.
Oh.
I would like to be. I would like to be that.
Gareth, Cheadle, and Elwyn love triangle? Guys, did you just make all this shit up?
Look, I mean, I would like to see it. Like, you know.
What?
Zika did mention
sure,
the rod handling.
What are
And
these
Cheadle
squares?
paused.
Leave my brother alone.
The Peacekeeper shows up. No, Marius being a dad moment. Was Marius a dad?
Not today.
Not today.
A man was having an existential crisis.
Yeah. Foreshadowing.
Not a dad, just a failure today.
Would you say there was?
Too soon.
Would you say there was
What's the
some
difference?
That's so much to unpack. Hold on. God, I'm winded. What the fuck? Jesus Christ,
I
Momo.
missed it somehow.
Oh my God. I said a failure. You know, like Marius wasn't a dad. Marius was a failure.
I said it, first of all.
And then someone said, "What's the difference?" And I was like, "Whoa, no. Okay."
Something is set on fire.
I'm just gonna check off foreshadowing, and we're gonna move on. Something is set on fire. No, no combat. Nodders. Bloons tower defense reference. Were we just absent on squares today, bingo crew? I mean, yeah, we did a little balloons right over there. You know, you built a wall. That happens at balloons. Marius keeps his helmet off for most of the session. Nodders. Nodders. Okay, well, that was an interesting.
I think something was set on fire.
What was set on fire?
Yeah, my friendship with you.
My
How about
heart.
that, punk?
Wow.
Pretty sure that things would have been set on fire while, you know, cooking.
But it wasn't.
We were cooking.
You need no.
For
no,
those
you
2 days, you're telling me we didn't spark up a campfire to cook?
Neil, someone should have mentioned
Their
it.
motivation, their energy was set ablaze. Their souls burning to
Guys.
build this stronghold for
Okay,
I'm not gonna give it to you. You gotta earn the bingos. I'm sorry. I'm disappointed. I'm not upset. All right. Okay.
What's
Let's.
the difference?
What's the difference? Let's get into the fan art. Hey, I think an anvil would look cool in that corner.
No.
Wait, that's not my voice. I get it.
I remember that.
I get it.
And his southern drawl.
Oops.
I think an anvil would look cool in that corner.
Yeah.
For the time being, I'm currently leading a party of whoever will join to attempt some fishing to provide food. Oh, this is from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Hell
Got a full
Just
comic
staring.
strip. Oh,
Oh, no.
In the back.
Oh, dear. What's behind me? What's behind me there? There's something on the left. Is that her? Again? Oh, that's her creeping
Fish.
on the previous.
oh, it is.
Maybe?
Oh my God, it is.
And then she pops up.
Yes.
I love how
Sorry,
her
that's not
text
how it
box takes over your text box.
Yes. That seems to be the most.
Yeah.
I'll try you guys.
I'll try
There you go.
again.
There it is.
You got a raven
Oh,
wing
shit.
snapper.
This is so cool.
Mega Gareth.
This is
Oh
awesome.
no, it's Zelda. Link Gareth.
Cheats, but you know, last session.
Mhm.
Side eye.
And then she sneezes.
I love this. This is
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You know,
You
just
don't always have to play God.
Is that your tail? Eating your tail?
no, eating the plant, eating the.
Oh my God, look at the eyes.
Oh, that makes sense.
My head is empty.
Oh, okay. All right.
Glamour
Okay.
shot.
Cute.
All right.
Very
Some people
cute.
turn into furries
It's,
during the holidays.
It's a
That onesie?
It's fine.
It's
It's
cheats
okay.
in a buddy hoodie.
Oh, for New Year.
Need interchangeable ears, so it can be like a rabbit one day,
I like
or
that.
like a bear.
Yeah.
Oh my
We can make
God,
that for you.
Look at this. Look at this little onesie.
Aw.
I love the little chibi.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
expression.
damn.
The lad.
Oh, wow.
And,
hands off my brother.
and this has all been great, but now we've got a lovely fan art here. Want some good? Want some? It's good. I promise.
Yes.
Interchangeable.
Where the fuck did you get that?
This is amazing.
Just another day in the life.
Forbidden candy.
Just another day in the life of Marius.
Oh. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be Marius at a party. I genuinely feel like that.
Stood in the corner.
Hey.
unflinching.
Marius dance.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Okay, this is amazing.
What
This
the-
is
Holy
like
shit.
Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
This is
Love
awesome.
this.
Oh shit.
And
Hey.
then that fish is big as fuck.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
Yo, okay.
Damn
You
right.
need a print
Oh
of
my
this.
God.
You need
That's
a print
amazing.
of this.
Kidding?
This is incredible.
Holy
Holy
shit.
shit.
This is amazing.
Hot
I want that
damn.
on a
Wow.
shirt. That's awesome.
Wow.
Damn.
Special
Oh, God.
attachment, I guess. I love that's so good. I love this action shot over
This is
here.
amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Photos
POV,
taken
you're about to
moments
die.
before death. Yeah.
Over here. Here we go.
Damn.
But anyway,
What?
now the prison rooms are totally empty. Those people still need somewhere to live and something to eat.
That's Tito!
Yeah.
Gareth? Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
She's so cool.
She's a badass.
Oh my God.
I love all of this.
Holy shit. That's back indeed, brother.
Seen it in a movie.
Brother zoned. I like that.
Indeed, brother. Oh, that's so good. I love all of this.
My
That's
God.
amazing.
Wow.
Ayo.
Oh.
Oh,
That's an awesome
you're
style.
cute.
It's got some gremlin energy.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a little bit of
Hyper
this
made
just
me.
because I don't want to get copyright dinged.
Holy shit. No fucking way.
That's our session.
We got some
I don't know
new.
what you're saying.
We got some new stickers on our Discord right now.
These are amazing, by the way.
Hog. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Le pug.
Oh. Ah.
Also, got a little work in
cheese.
progress for you guys.
Oh damn.
Oh.
Here's some more Christmas cards.
That straw is going in.
Pick it up.
To
Pick it
the,
up.
all right.
Yeah. All right.
She's a raccoon. It's fine.
All right.
Oh,
Look how
God, my
comfy he
drag.
looks.
Cute.
My God, he's so comfy.
Yeah,
so
whatever.
comfy.
Yeah, whatever.
My arm on top of it? Yeah.
Holy shit!
Ah.
Let's go.
Holy shit.
That's
That's
amazing.
Fear the dark.
Damn.
It's actually the caption is "Fear the Shadows." That's amazing. Very good.
Oh,
Holy
species.
shit.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna shave that.
Hey, something's up with this.
No, look.
Don't advertise the imposter.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Report that guy.
Report.
Hey.
Do not take the drugs. Do not take whatever she's offering.
Oh my God. Standing desk, you died, lol. Can somebody hear Brett? Guys, stop! That's just this face. That's the face.
Holy
So awesome.
Every time.
That's the face I'm giving every time you fucking gaslight me. I'm crying.
I cannot imagine anything else now except for you literally standing on the desk.
Yeah! Oh,
1.5 feet tall.
I love it. I love it. Lipo.
I'm a purr in the mirror.
Hey, don't sniff that.
Holy.
Bro, calm the fuck. You did it.
The cocked eyes. It's perfect.
That's
Her
perfect.
eyes go. Yeah, I was about to say her eyes going independent of one another.
Hey, don't sniff that. Hey, don't sniff that. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh, nice. Yes. Epo's army.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm
Stronghold
so glad.
rules. God damn it, guys. God damn it.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. The supervisor.
I would trust her with my life.
That's adorable.
So cute.
It's time. It's time.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
This is, oh,
How did I fuck this up?
staring into the reflection in his coffee.
Holy shit. It's so fast. What the fuck?
No.
Oh, yes.
No.
Ultimate depression.
Man.
Yes. Yes. That's it. That's it. That's it. Of course there's more. Of course there's more over here, right here. How did I miss this? Hey,
Oh,
I made
no.
my own living.
lips, I should have listened more.
Oh, no.
Marius, why don't you take a
Jeez.
poor kid?
Holy shit.
Holy fuck.
No.
Guys, no.
Oh.
Not Keanu! Oh my
Holy
god!
I closed the eyes and everything.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Oh my
Cheats use
God.
intimidate stare.
Oh.
She's a badass. Oh my god, that's gross as fuck.
Can I get an AO?
What? the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
Yo. What the fuck?
What the
Dungeon Master.
Yes.
Quick question.
Yes.
What if
Yes.
the fan art is dope as fuck?
Yes.
Could I make that my art?
You'd have to ask the fan artist, but normally they're pretty good with that. That was made by Legion. So, Legion,
Holy shit.
if you'd like to respond over in the fan art or the fan art chat in general and be like, you know, have this be Marius's art, just let us know.
That is so fucking cool.
That is sick. Legion does some good
That's
shit.
absurd.
Jeez.
We've got a new fan artist, Goku Senpai, and drew this little one here. Now, do you want this to also?
Yeah, that should be your new fan art.
Marius, get in the armor. Marius, get in the armor now.
I love this. Oh my god.
Man.
Yep.
Oh.
First fan art is depressed Marius. Okay.
Yep. I love it.
I would trust them to build any fortification or
love it.
home.
They're so well protected.
I love
Yeah.
it. I
These
love
aren't
it.
hats.
I
We've
love
got
it.
this. Don't worry.
I see Legion's pogging in fan art chat. That isn't I don't think that's an Legion. Think about it. Come back to us. Think about it. Think about it. But yeah, I love when fan artists get, hired and shit like that and get their stuff there, and it's good stuff. Oh, because I'm a not safe for work artist, Fast Hands got it.
Based.
Yeah, there we go. Big based. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. We will return next week as you journey back to the east. And thank you guys so much for playing. And I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for running.
Yeah, mate.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.